I met you on the set. We had a set visit a little while ago. Right. Good. Now, first question, what makes Keanu Reeves the perfect savior of mankind?
Wow, what makes him the perfect savior? You mean in the context of this movie?
In the context of this movie and his other movies, because he seems to gravitate towards it.
Well, I think that actors tend to kind of have tropes in terms of the parts that they get to play, and that's generally how movie stars happen. Is there are certain qualities that you keep coming back to them for, and I think Keanu obviously has a number of those. I mean, I think he obviously, people ascribe a very heroic quality to him. People ascribe sort of a nobility to him. People obviously see a self-sacrificing quality to him. So I think those are the things that make him a prime candidate for these kinds of roles.
Okay, now there's been a big controversy on the internet about Gort. Some said he was going to be a dog. Some said he wasn't in the movie. Can you address this? I mean, he is a robot in the film, right?
First of all, Gort is absolutely in the movie. Gort is not a dog or anything that weird. Gort will be recognizable for those people who know the original movie as Gort, but as with everything else in the movie, technology and the narrative of the movie has allowed us to really update him.
Now, would you say this has sort of got an ecological message to the film?
I think it has much more than an ecological message. I think any number of things can be. I think that the movie addresses any number of issues that confront us. And I think ecology is certainly one of those. But I certainly wouldn't say that the movie focuses on an ecological one. I think that what the movie deals with, looks at, and focuses on is man's nature, how man treats his fellow man, and so on.
Now, this is supposed to be the time of false prophets coming out. I'm wondering, were you trying to play on that with this character? To people's phobias and fears in, like, real life about that?
No, not at all. Not at all. No, we weren't playing to that whatsoever.
Now, how difficult was it to take this and, like, re-image it for today's audience, like the old one to today?
It was difficult enough, I guess, whereby Fox had been working on it for 10 to 15 years, so it probably wasn't the easiest thing in the world. That having been said, it lent itself to that incredibly well. Because the framework really exists. Because when you look at the movie, what it's an instrument for man to be looked at through an alien's eyes. So it really gives the filmmakers the perfect opportunity to look at and deal with what essentially is the nature of mankind.
Now, you said this movie has been in development for maybe 15 years. Have you been part of that development the whole time, or did you just come on right at the end there?
No, not at all. We came on to the movie last, it'll be a year in June. It's a year right now, actually. It's June. It's July, so it's a year right now that we came on to the movie.
Okay, last question. Do you have a favorite scene that you can't wait for the fans to see that are expecting something great from this movie?
Yeah, I think possibly the Gort scene. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Thank you very much.